Alrighty, guys, good evening. Madman Mondello coming at you from the Garden Garage here in beautiful Alabama. Hope that you're all doing well and having a great evening. I've had a day today. We're doing a couple of custom Xbox X Series with laser etch graphics, which is going to be quite interesting. A giveaway for Dale Houck. He's going to be giving them away. He's got on a Twitter account or something like that. So, just craziness. But I'll tell you what, Microsoft definitely solved their overheating problems because the fan in that thing is the equivalent to a helicopter. All right, there's no way that that thing could ever overheat. I'll tell you that right now. And the heat sink, oh, it's about a good 50 pounds or so. I was wondering how this thing weighed so much till I took it apart. Holy man, that thing's got more aluminum in it than God Almighty. That's a good thing though. So, anyway, complete modular design, very very interesting design, that's for sure. But anyway, all right, we got three RGHs here. Okay, now they're up and line servers, of course. They got College Football Revamped version 18, latest edition. All right, of course, all the mod menus and all that kind of good stuff. And we're going to start this one off here with Mr. Brock Blanton. Okay, now Brock went ahead, he purchased the console off the website from us. And here it is, it's all done. All right, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get right into it. We're going to fire this thing up. I'm going to swap over the capture card here. All right, hopefully everything cooperates. And I'm going to sync this controller, and yep, there we go. Okay, and as you can see, the system booted. This is RGH3. Chipless install, of course. Alright, I'm going to boot up into Aurora. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through this crazy thing. We're going to make sure everything is right before she goes out. Okay, so bear with me as we boot into Aurora. There we go. Alright, this is a 250 gig. Okay, so we're going to go ahead here, and as you can see, we're going to show all. We're going to go ahead, we're going to go to Xbox 360, okay? Now we start off at the dashboard. We'll work our way through. There's our battlefields, our Call of Duties, okay? Yeah, World of War, College Hoops 2K8, of course, Gears of War series, Grand Theft Auto series, Halo series, Minecraft, NCAA Basketball 10, NCAA Football 14, with, of course, College Football Revamped version 18 on there. Alright, and back to the dashboard. Xbox Live Arcade, okay, you got 23 titles of Xbox Live Arcade on here. And then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And then you have your classic game on there. There's an OG original classic game on here, Tony Hawk's Underground. You have to play that in bypass mode, which I explained in the startup setup video. Now I'm going to send you along with this video. Okay, and then of course you got a couple indie games on there. And then you have your emulators. Okay, you got Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, back to Game Boy Advance. All right, there's over 8,000 ROMs on there. So if you have a problem trying to find a game, believe me, you'll find it in here. I promise you. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead. We'll go to Xbox 360. We'll go to the dashboard. Make sure she's right and tight and up on the network. There we are. Well, again. Okay. Yep. Got it. Good. Okay. Bypass the sign in. As you can see, it's up. It's online. It's live. Okay. Hitting the guide button, you will see our HUD here. And then, of course, we have X Community on this thing. All right. X Community is matchmaking. Okay. It works with Microsoft Xbox Live matchmaking. So you can always find a session on here, as you can see. Right now, there's 21 public sessions on here. GTA 4. Bunch of Black Ops 2, Ghosts, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Left 4 Dead, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, Midnight Club LA, you know, a whole ton of them, and Left 4 Dead. So as you can see, you know, there is a lot of sessions on there. All right, now, players, right now there's 65 of them. There's their players with their respective servers. Okay, as you can see, there you go. All right. And then, of course, you have your settings here. Enable features, custom matchmaking, force modern matchmaking, custom HUD button, change your online status, change your username, and save your settings. All right? That's X Community. Now, over here in your fifth tab, you have your cheats. Okay, you got Advanced Warfare, Ghost, BO2, and MW3. To disable, hit A. To enable, hit A. When you launch the game, in the lower left corner of the screen, you will see a set of instructions that will tell you how to operate the mod menu and give someone a really horrible day. Okay? So anyway, we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back to Xbox Home. And Brock, there you have it. Now listen, this is going to go out tomorrow. You're going to get a tracking number, of course. You're going to get a link to this video. You're going to get a link to the startup setup video, which you need to watch before you power this console on. You have to get it on your network first. If you do not do that, what will happen is you will sit there at the Xbox 360 logo. Not a good scenario. Okay, so please watch that video because it's going to explain how to set it up on your network for the first time. You're only going to do it once. All right, unless you take it somewhere else and you got to set it up on their network. All right, it also covers Xbox 360 Neighborhood, FileZilla, copying files and folders and pasting stuff. Okay, and of course Dash Launch as well with plugins and all that, which you are going to need to learn how to use anyway. So please watch that video. All right. Brock, thank you for your business, brother. Greatly do appreciate it. Shipping it off tomorrow. You'll have it in 2 to 3 days. And remember, you're going to have to sign for this thing, okay? So keep an eye on that tracking number once you get it. So that way, then you'll know when it's going to be at your house. All right? Thank you again. I greatly do appreciate it. We're going to say goodbye to Brock. Bye, Brock. Now, we're going to grab hold of Mr. Joe Cahill. Okay? Also, Cahill Evans, I should say. All right? Which happens to be Joe Evans. Joe Evans is his dad. His dad bought this for Cahill. And this one here is a 250 gig RGH 3.0, as you can see. All right, and I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to fire this thing up. And now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to swap over to the capture card here. You have the same complement as Brock's did. Okay, but we're going to go through it anyway and make sure that everything is right and tight and working on this thing before it leaves here. All right, because if it's not right and tight, then there's something wrong. Okay, not a good scenario. All right, so we'll sync up this controller here. We'll get booted into Aurora. And then we're going to go through this thing, okay? So here we go. As you can see, loaded. Everything's good, okay? And there you are. All right, so now we're going to show all. We're going to go ahead. The Xbox 360, we'll start off with the dashboard. You see your Battlefield's on there, your Call of Duty's on there. This was a send-in, by the way, okay? And, of course, your Gears of War, Grand Theft Auto Series, NCAA Basketball 10, NCAA Football 14 with College Football Revamp version 18, okay? And now we'll go ahead. Xbox Live Arcade, you got some Live Arcade on there as well. And of course you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And then you have a classic game on there, which is Tony Hawk's Underground. Indie games. And of course you have your emulators. You have Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, back to Game Boy Advance, alright? So there's like over 8,000 ROMs on there. So you know, you're going to have plenty to play, that's for sure, okay? Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to go to Xbox 360. We're going to hit the dashboard, make sure that she's up. There we are. Okay, welcome to Alliance. Got it. Good. Okay, and as you can see, I also left your profiles on there, by the way. Okay, so just so you know, they are on there, so you don't have to download them or anything. They're already ready to go. All right, we'll bypass the sign in. As you can see, it's up, it's online, it's live. Our eyeball pleasing HUD, X community, of course. And then over in our fifth tab, we have our cheats. We got Advanced Warfare, Ghost, BO2, and MW3. To disable, hit A. To enable, hit A. Very easy. When you launch the game, lower left corner of the screen, you will see a set of instructions. Follow those instructions and make people's lives miserable. It's all good. Okay, so now we're going to go back to Xbox Home. All right. And Joe and Cahill, there you have it, okay? So it's going to be shipped off tomorrow. You'll have a tracking number and all that kind of good stuff. Oh, and by the way, let me tell you something, all right? I found this in the drive. Now, this is a very expensive disc, okay? This disc costs probably as much as the RGH. All right, so I'm going to put this back in the RGH where it belongs because this is yours. All right? It is on the hard drive, okay? So just so you know, so you don't need the disc anymore. You can put it up where it's nice and safe and you don't have to keep playing it or using it, okay? Because it'll run off the hard drive instead. All right, just so you know. All right, I'm going to send you a link to this video. All right, as you can see, of course, it did pop up, as you can see. Because whenever you load a disc, of course you're gonna be able to play it because in the upper left hand corner of the screen, as you can see, there's the disc right there. Okay, and in fact, there it is popped up right there. You'll know it's a disc because it's got a red cover around. Okay, so you know there you go. All right, but anyway, I'm gonna be sending you a link to the startup setup video, which is going to include a whole lot of instructions on how to use this thing. All right, as well as using your computer to copy files and folders over and, you know, adding plugins, all that kind of good stuff. Please watch that video before you power this thing on. Otherwise, you will be ripping your hair out. All right? And for my sanity and yours, just watch that whole video. It's very important, okay? And thank you so much for your business. Shipping it off tomorrow. Remember, you're going to have to sign for this thing. All right, so you're going to get it within 2 to 3 days. Keep your eye on the tracking number so that way then you know when it arrives at your door. All right? Thank you again for your business. I really do appreciate it. All right, so now we're going to say goodbye to Joe and Keo. And we're going to grab this one here. One more here. Okay? Mr. Antonio Vibar. Antonio, Friggin' Antonio. Antonio went ahead, he purchased a console off the website from us. This one is a 320 gig drive. Okay? So tell you what we'll do. We're going to go ahead, we're going to fire this thing up. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to swap over to the capture card right here. And I'm going to sync this controller right here. Alright, as you can see, of course, system booted. Okay. And then we're going to boot up into Aurora, and then we're going to go through the titles on this thing. Now, this one's got a little bit more because it is a 320 gig drive. All right, so there's a little bit more on there. You know, as you go up in gigabytes and terabytes or whatever, of course, you're going to get a lot more. So, alrighty, here we go. So we're into Aurora now. So now we're going to check this out here. Let's see what we got on here, okay? Now, on Xbox 360, as you can see, let's see here now. We got a ton of stuff on here. All right, we've got all kinds of good stuff on here, actually. So, all right, Battlefield, Borderlands, Bulletstorm, Call of Duty's out the Yin Yang, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty World of War, Call of Troops 2K8, Gears of War series, Grand Theft Auto series, Halo series, Mass Effect trilogy, Minecraft, NCAA Football 14 with College Football Revamped, version 18, of course, Red Dead Redemption, Saints Row, and of course, back to the dashboard. Now, Xbox Live Arcade, okay? You got 25 titles of Xbox Live Arcade on this thing. Should keep you busy for a little while as well. All right. And then, of course, we have our homebrew section where our tools reside. And then, of course, you have your classic game here. You got Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition on there. And you have indie games on there. And, of course, you have your emulators, okay? You got your NES emulator, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to NES emulator. All right? You've got about 8,000 ROMs on there, so have a blast with that. Now, we're going to go ahead. We're going to go to Xbox 360. We'll hit the dashboard. Here we go. Make sure she's up and right and tight and all that happy nonsense. Hello again, Antonio Vibar. You're on Alliance Live. There you go. Okay? Got it? Good? Okay? Now what we'll do is we will bypass the sign-in. And of course she's up, she's online, and she is live. Hitting the guide button, you will see X Community on there, which is our matchmaking service. And then of course you have your cheats over in the 5th tab here, where you have Advanced Warfare cheats, Ghosts, BO2, and NW3. To disable, hit A. To enable, hit A. Alright, and like I said, lower left-hand corner of the screen, when you launch the game, you'll see a set of instructions and make somebody's life miserable, okay? Also, there's Jiggy and Sentinel, Infinity Ops on this thing, Medica mod menu, all that stuff is on here as well, and those are GSC menus that you can use. Buffington mod loader for GTA 4, Purge for GTA 5, so on and so forth, okay? So there's a ton of stuff on there, alright? So anyway, Antonio, there you go, my friend. It is shipping off tomorrow. You will have your tracking number tomorrow morning. All right, and keep an eye on that because you're going to have to sign for this thing when it comes to your door. All right. Also, I'm going to be sending you a startup setup video with this thing. So then that way then you can watch that before you power this console on. So you can set it up on your network and you don't have any issues, okay? If you need anything, you can holler at me, of course. That's not a big deal. All right. But anyway, there you go. Thank you very, very much for your business. Guys, I hope that you all have a great night. Be safe, be kind. Remember to rewind. I'm going to holler at you later. I got a ton of consoles I gotta build, so I'm building. Anyway, you'll have a good one, guys. I'm gonna holler at you later. Take care, guys. Have a great night. See you later.